Hey, thanks for watching the program. This is Michael Palmer, and you're watching NAV News. Let's go ahead and start you out with a major closure over the weekend. That's right, you heard it. You've probably seen it on social media. Fred Hartman Bridge. Well, there's a closure. Let me talk to you about that for a second. Beginning on Friday, August 20th at 9 p.m., crews will close 146 southbound main lanes at Missouri Street in Baytown. Now, motorists, listen here. If you're traveling southbound, you will need a detour 146 south to spur 330 north to I-10 west to 610 south to 225 east. Now, guess what? On Monday, August 23rd at 5 a.m., the southbound traffic will open to the normal configuration on the southbound bridge. Charges has been filed against a male suspect witnessed in a shooting incident at 12505 Bel Air Boulevard about 3 p.m. on Thursday. The suspect, Caleb Davis, is charged with deadly conduct, discharge of a firearm in the 337th State District Court. At this time, there is no book and photo of Davis. Now, a spokesperson from the Houston Police Department said Davis got into a physical altercation with an unknown suspect at the convenience store at the address. During the argument, Davis pulled out a gun and shot at a crowd of individuals, including an unknown suspect. As many as 3 individuals in a group of people fired back, striking Davis one in the hip. The 3 shooting suspects then fled the scene. The paramedics transported Davis to the hospital in stable condition. Now, anyone with any information on the identities of the males, you need to contact the Houston Police Department Major Assaults and Family Violence Division at area code 713-308-8800 or Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. Remember, you can remain anonymous. Has arrested a suspect charged for her role in the fatal assault of a man at the 9700 block Glen Drive about 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Now, the suspect, Chui, is currently charged with aggravated assault of a family member in the 230th State District Court. The identity of the male victim is pending notification to the family members by the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science. HPD has released a statement. Officers responded to a report of an assault in an apartment at the address and found Houston Fire Department paramedics transporting a victim to an area hospital. The victim suffered severe lacerations and a heteromia, and he was pronounced dead at the hospital. Evia, who had remained at the scene, stated that she and the victim had a physical altercation prior to the officer's arrival. She was arrested and charged for her role in the assault, and possibility that the charges could change depending autopsy results by the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science. Now, anyone with additional information in the case is urged to contact the Homicide Division of the Houston Police Department at 713-308-3600. The police has released surveillance video in the fatal shooting of one man and the wounding of another man at the 9600 block of Jensen Drive about 1:40 a.m. on Sunday. The first victim, Cameron Harris, was pronounced dead at the scene. The second victim, Alex Slaughter, was transported to an area hospital and announced in stable condition. HPD has released a statement regarding this incident. Mr. Harris was putting fuel in his Dodge Durango SUV at the gas station at the address when the unknown suspects approached him and began shooting. Now, Harris suffered multiple gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead on scene. Mr. Strother was struck in the lower torso and he was transported to the local area hospital. The suspects are described only to be 3 young Hispanic males with thin builds, and they were wearing masks. The suspects fled the scene in Mr. Harris' SUV and a silver Dodge Ram 1500 pickup truck. Both vehicles were later located and abandoned and set on fire. Further investigations determined that the pickup truck has been stolen on August the 4th. Anyone who may have seen the suspects driving the silver pickup truck between the time of the theft and the shooting a week later is urged to contact the Houston Police Department Homicide Division at 713-308-3600 or, of course, Crime Stoppers at 713-222-TIPS. You can remain anonymous. He is charged with failure to stop and render aid in the 232 State District Court. The identity of the deceased male is pending verification by the Harris County Institute of Forensic Science. HPD has released a statement. HPD said officers responded to a report of a deceased pedestrian at the address and discovered that the victim attempted to cross Highway 6 at the address, not in a crosswalk, when he was struck. Now, the driver fled the scene and did not stop to render aid. The victim was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators have believed as many as 3 other vehicles struck the victim. None of the drivers stopped and rendered aid. About 2 hours later, Madonna Del Billy, sorry for turning up your name, called 911 to report that he had struck something while he was driving on Highway 6. The investigators went to the suspect's residence and located the suspect in his vehicle. The vehicle had a front and windshield damage. He was arrested and charged in the role of the crash. Anyone with additional information in the case is always urged to contact the Houston Police Department Hit and Run Unit at 713-247-4072. Thank you for watching this broadcast of NNB News. See you on the next video. This is Michael Palmer. Have a great evening.